Okay, let's get some housekeeping out the way. So, the Leklu features a case material of 316L stainless steel, case size of 40 millimeters, case thickness of a really shocking 8.9 millimeters, lug to lug of 48 millimeters, welcome lug width of 20 millimeters, features a flat sapphire crystal, BGW9 loom, 120 meters water resistance. It has a smoked fume anthracite dial, also features a custom FKM rubber strap, and the beast inside is the Sellita SW300. The watch comes with a 3-year warranty. All these great specs under $1,000. So the features. So the Leklu is one strange timepiece, but in all the best ways. Familiar styles that are almost a total 180 from what we're used to, while at a quick glance, the case can be confused with that generic Genta designs we often see these days. When looking again, however, you realize this is nothing like what we're used to. The case has these clean angles and flat surfaces that feature horizontal brushing and a smooth high polish, making the watch capture the light and reflect it in the best way I've seen. I especially love those little small slopes near the crown. With the design of the case, it almost appears as if they are crown guards of some sort. Not sure if this was an intentional design, but I'm digging it regardless. It's always great to see a sign crown with the Bilic logo, and while the case back is sterile, I do admire the choice of making it brushed to avoid those nasty scratch marks that are inevitable on polished case backs, while also not making it an exhibition case back to keep the low profile. More on that later. Now the dial. I mean, who doesn't love a fume dial? The choice of the grey blending into the black on the edges of the dial really does live up to the smoke name. And while admittedly I did not know anything about anthracite, it now explains this awesome gradient effect which it has from a light grey to an almost copper-like brown in direct sunlight, which is mesmerizing to stare at. Bilic has gone with the high contrast for the hour markers and, while common, a very effective polish handset. I think a highlight of this dial are the circle patterns. Clearly nothing groundbreaking here, but it's crazy how something so simple adds so much character to the dial, making the watch a pleasure to look at. Last but definitely not least, the strap. I mean, have you ever seen a cooler strap? I really don't think so. I don't care whether you like straps or not. I'm going on record to say this is the best strap I've seen to date. Custom FKM rubber, I call it the Cobra strap, and no, that's not the official name. A great taper from 20 millimeters down to 16, and a really clean signed butterfly clasp. I love the added chamfer on all sides. With the style of strap, you can easily cut to size so you have the perfect fit. Unfortunately, this is a prototype piece. It's not cut to my exact size. How does it wear? So I'll come straight out of the gate and admit, while never having any experience with slim watches, I never really had an opinion on them, but I did think that they would probably feel off somehow. Flimsy almost. Oh boy, was I wrong. Being that the timepiece is so well built, there's a strange reassurance of its quality even with the thin nature of the case. The cylinder build definitely gives off this luxury feel that I don't quite get with other pieces. I have to say, I'm now a fan. As long as watches can feel this solid and good while being this thin, I'm down. The lugs may be on the larger side, but the way they curve makes sure that it blends in with your wrist shape, making it wear really close, and with that perfect cut to fit Cobra strap, it wears just right. Legibility. So it appears to be back-to-back bangers when it comes to legibility on recent videos, and the Leklu is no exception. The choice of the smoked fume dial and white hour markers just pop on that anthracite dial. I also love the added white minute markers and a framed date window that matches the overall size of those hour markers, which is a nice touch. Very, very nice Bilic. BGW9 is always still a choice when it comes to lume, and it 100% completes the luxury aspect on this watch. As you can see here, Bilic decided to go all out on the lume, and that's awesome. One nice surprise is that the lume lasts pretty long. I've had occasions when it's been so many hours later and there's still a distinct glow remaining, which just adds that smile to your face when you spot it. Killer lume here. Okay, pros and cons and final thoughts. So it really does appear that the Bilic Leklu hit all the marks. Well, as you know, no watch is perfect, and even a fine specimen like this is no different. I'd like to start with the case. This definitely won't be for everyone. It's a polarizing shape or design that I know not everyone will love immediately. I also didn't love it straight out of the gate when seeing it on Instagram. I feel you have to experience the watch in person to really get it. Another point on the case is that while I love the polish chosen, I wish there was some more brushing along the sides that would have added a slightly more dynamic feel, I reckon. The clasp. In all honesty, I know butterfly clasps give off that luxury feel, and I know too many people who aren't fans. I unfortunately have to add that a butterfly clasp isn't my first choice. However, Bilic has made up for this with the Cobra strap being cut to your size, basically removing all the cons altogether. The case back. Let's talk about it. So, with a watch this great looking, I'm sure many would love to see an exhibition case back. To glance at that SW3 goodness, I asked the owner about it, and you can imagine adding the exhibition would have made the watch much thicker. It would have been one of the biggest highlights taken away. If Bilic could somehow pull off an exhibition case back with the same slim profile, oh boy, now that would be stellar. Until then, it's a worthy sacrifice, and I get it. Seems I went in all on the cons, but honestly, it was just nitpicking. This watch is insanely good. The build quality is second to none. The finishing and brushing and polish is top notch. The details like the case shape, dial design, color choices, and lume, not to mention one hell of a killer Cobra strap. Yes, I said it again. This is a full package, all in a slim design. The watch is luxury, no doubt. I could see this right next to the big Swiss brands that we worship. This brand and watch deserves its flowers, and I'm so grateful I got to experience something this great. Well done, Patek. Well done.